Hey, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. We are back with the Vibe Online episode number 36, and me and Meg are back in the UK. And this is why there's been a couple of weeks break with the podcast. We have been traveling, and we're here to share everything with you guys about the latest event that we were at in Maspalomas.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So we was in Maspalomas, Gran Canaria, Spain. Well, we went for a week. The event itself was over the weekend. It was a 3-day event actually. There was the producers event on the Friday, and then the Saturday and Sunday were like the main live event with lots more people and more speakers and all kinds of things going on, which we will dive into. But Karen and I, we went to Spain and we had a couple of days either side because often with these events, they're so high energy. You get absorbed with everything and immerse yourself in the whole experience. And the last couple of events that Karen and I have done, we've literally just slapdash flown in, done the event, and flown straight back out again. So on this
Yeah.
occasion, we said, you know what, we're going to have a couple of days either side, enjoy some winter sun, and it was beautiful. It was like highs of 28, and yeah, absolutely stunning environment, lovely winter sun at the end of January. And yeah, we spent a couple of days either side before the main event and had our own little place. In the mornings, we went down to the beach and watched the sunrise and done a beautiful morning swim with a few of the other communities as well that we kept bumping into. It was like you're all on this small island and there's 260 of you, and you look
Yeah.
around and there's going to be one person there, and then you look around, there's another group of people there, and you all know that you're within the same community. So it was quite special.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? Although you talk about the morning dip, I lasted like maybe 3 seconds. Like I dunked my shoulders and I got out. I do not do cold. I wish I could, and I really wish I could just like embrace it, but no, it is not for me. But the sunrises were so beautiful to watch in the morning and just sit down the beach and just embrace it all and enjoy some sun. But what a week. What a week. It was great. Obviously, me and Meg got time together, as always, spent some time in the business. We didn't get to be as productive as we wanted to because we always kind of over exaggerate what we're going to do a little bit, I think, and forget how busy the events actually are. So our time runs away. And then obviously we haven't seen a lot of people, we haven't met a lot of people before. And it's so nice to just meet people that you feel that you've known for so long because you meet them online and then all of a sudden you meet them in real life and it's like, oh my God. And then it's just chat, 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 business chat, personal chat, and incredible. The event was probably one of the best events I've been to
Yeah,
in
I'd
the last
agree.
couple of years.
Mhm.
It was so super beneficial in every single way. And the fact that everybody, no matter where you are in business, if something's working and they know it's working, then they'll share everything about it and they will help everybody else sort of implement a similar kind of strategy that can help catapult your business forward, which is amazing. I think in total we had like 20 20 or 21 different speaker or
Yeah.
speeches. Obviously, I was at the event on the Friday, which was similar to some of the speeches that were delivered on the Saturday, Sunday. But I think in total, I counted of everybody's notes that I've written, and there was 20 different speech time slots where somebody was on stage talking and giving some kind of value, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Um, gosh, from business knowledge, growth, depth, strategies to breath work, manifestation. My goodness. I'm
There was
like,
a whole mixture of
oh,
topics, wasn't it?
so much.
It was really a great variety and a wide range of everything to do with health, wellness, business, yourself, connection, what's actually happening in the world right now and how things are going, and how I think one of the main things that I took away from that weekend, which I have before because I just know how powerful this opportunity is that we have here, and how it's honestly changing so many lives. But every time we come off of one of these events, there is another thing, another like nail in the coffin for me where I'm like, I am just in the right place. I'm in the right place, the right time. And this is what I say to people, like, you need to be at these events. You need to like dive yourself into this knowledge, into this training, and understand what this opportunity is all about. Because the places where this is going, what it's already doing for people, and what it's going to be doing for people in the future is just honestly just out of this world on so many levels. So for them to put on an event like this that tapped into so many different areas, and they're even talking down to nutrition and our own like detoxing our bodies, and you wouldn't think that you would go to a business event and connect with people and
Yeah.
think I'm detoxing and learning all about that, but you learn so much. And then doing the breathwork sessions that were really transformational for people, and it was just amazing to hear so many different people's stories as well, which we mentioned before in this podcast. But everybody's story is so unique, and the way that they have built success within this business is also so unique. So when we say that there is not a one size fits all, yes, we have everything here available to you, all of the training, all of the resources, all of the opportunities to support everything, but you get to make it your own, and it is always going to be your own because it's your own individual journey. So yeah, it was just I took so much from it, and I don't know how much we're going to be able to fit in this one podcast, but
Yeah, I
I'm going to be
know.
sharing this value across my social media, as Karen will be as well, over the next few weeks, because I'm like drip feeding it in as I'm processing it all, and then sharing it with people. But yeah, it was a really special time.
Yeah, it was amazing. And the fact that everybody comes from so many different walks of life, like you say, there is no one size or one shoe fits all, whatever the saying may be. But everybody has a story and everybody has a journey. And it's interesting because, we obviously have a lot of people that come into this business or look to come into this business that are like, I haven't got the time, I haven't got the money, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. There's always some kind of objection. When actually, when we meet people at these events and speak to them, everybody was the same.
Mm,
It's never a right time to start. But the fact of it being is that each and every single one of us who took that leap to start the business or the risk or whatever you want to call it, we're all now in a very successful place in our business where we get to then help other people overcome that
mm,
objection or the fear or whatever that may be, and listening to everybody's stories. This whole community that we belong to started 8 years ago on a bus in Vietnam. If it wasn't for that for that trip and that happening, none of us would be here. The business obviously is still there, but this community that we belong to would never have been made and brought to life, which is really special. And there's parts of people's story that we've never heard before as well, and the struggles that they've come through and had like up to 18 failed businesses and now extremely successful with this business because of the compensation plan and the blueprint that we have here, which we are very,
mm.
very lucky and very, very grateful that we have that. And
And
then
even
on you go.
No, I was just gonna go off the back of that when you mentioned about you're talking about Nate's 18 failed businesses
Yeah,
before
yeah,
this, and
yeah,
just learning people's stories and where they come from and their journeys. Like we haven't heard that story the way that he shared it on that day, and it actually filled my heart with so much joy and care and compassion for him, and how his resilience and his perseverance for trying to find something, because he knew that he had a mission and a vision and that he wasn't ever going to let lie on it. But
yeah,
thinking about from his perspective, like he already had that business knowledge, that business experience, but then there's hundreds of thousands of people that have never even stepped foot into business or known anything about business. And we heard their stories as well. People that have come from really, really traumatic backgrounds and childhood experiences that you would think would shape them into a very different person to what they are now. But they've used their traumas and their life experiences and turned them into gifts. And that was Lisa's speech. What Lisa's speech was all about is about turning your adversities into assets and turning them into your gifts and using them because they are your superpowers essentially. But it just goes to show that you have so many different ends of the spectrum, so many different people from all different walks of life, different experiences, but they're all able to come together sharing the same values as Enagic and this opportunity give us all, and being able to create a huge success out of it. And there's not one person that you could speak to that was at that event or even is part of an Magic or a distributor who would ever, 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 ever regret making the decision to jump into this opportunity and learn about it and grow and develop. And I shared a reel yesterday about all of us women together while we was at the
yeah.
event.
That was lovely, really nice.
And it filled my heart with joy when I was creating it, and I was like, "I've actually never had a group of women that I feel so empowered by and so supported by," and I think that is the whole energy of that whole weekend and that whole week and any event that we go to within this opportunity. Everyone is so aligned at soul by their like, everybody has their own vision and mission, but everyone's so aligned with the same values as what, because it's this opportunity only fits with that kind of person, that compassionate, authentic, natural kind of person that wants to succeed in life.
Yeah.
And like we say, like you said, there's no gatekeeping. So these events, it's an a free for all for everyone. You know, you
Yeah.
ask the questions, you get in there, you chat to these people that are 6, 7, 8-figure earners, you know, and like you're there, still talking to them face to face, and you're able to ask them questions and really get in there, and they will give you everything that they possibly have. I mean, me and Karen spent a lot of time on our laptops sharing stuff with the teams,
Yeah.
you know, and that is super beneficial for them. Although we think, well, this is just stuff that we do every day. We're just sharing parts of our journey and our experiences and how much benefit it has for other people. And that's the power of being together, because you
Mhm.
can just sit down, you can mastermind, everyone's in one place, and the amount of value and stuff that they get from that and growth that they just get from 5 minutes sitting down with Karen looking at her DMO, and you know that, like, those experiences are what truly shape people.
Yeah. And the thing is, everybody's so grateful for learning whatever they can that will help streamline their processes. Obviously, we had Harriet, one of the first speakers on the Friday event, and she shared her business journey, the processes that she's tried and failed with along her 6 years in the business and where she's at now and how she's streamlined it all. And again, it's she's open to sharing all that with us so that we can all learn and grow and develop our businesses, which then ultimately we can pass to our teams that weren't there or the rest of the community that, you know, didn't make the event, because not obviously everybody did make that event. But I mean, I've never known a group of people within this kind of, I want to say it's not an organization, but like within a
Collective.
community
Mm,
that are so positive and heartfelt and have so much emotion and gratitude for everybody, and everybody just wants everybody to succeed and do well.
mm.
And the excitement when we were out that night when Joanna came in, she just got off a
Oh,
call. She was helping a new team member set up in the business who got started, and everybody was just celebrating her and how she has just completely authentically ran her business as herself. And she's attracting these people that want to come and work with her because they see the vision of the business and they see the vision of their future, and they know that this business can help them create that with the support from people that just want to help each other. And you know, that side of it is just super, super special. It's certainly not anything, as we've said before, that we experienced in the corporate world. You know, you don't walk in the office and somebody cheer you on just because you've been given a bonus kind of thing. But here it's completely different. And it was so nice just to meet people on the first time that you'd never met before and just have that instant connection, because everybody has that same vision, the same drive, the same why. And even the leaders that were on stage that were talking, that we had, some of us had met before, some of us had never met before. Nobody's ever judged by anything of who you are, where you've come from, or what you do, or what you did do, or what kind of life you've had. You know, we speak to people all the time. I had a call recently with somebody who has had a very, very traumatic childhood and was in care for most of that, and then went to jail and then suffered really bad addictions. And you know, their initial conversation with me was, you've probably never come across these kind of people. And I was
Mm,
like, you actually couldn't be more wrong, because we have so many people like that in this community, that this business and community have helped, because they have used, as you said, Meg, they've used that trauma to hit the rock bottom in their life to catapult them back out of that hole, and use that as their power to get to where they want to be. And they
mm,
use that this business as the vehicle, and their internal drive is what's going to drive that vehicle forward. And it's really nice that we can help do that, but also it's really nice to be able to have those conversations with people that are like, they don't believe that we work with people like that. They don't believe people have come from there to create this. And again, it was just completely reiterated in the business event with all the speakers that we had, of sharing their journeys, and it's just very, very powerful. I mean, we had Maneka, she shared her journey. Now, was that, I don't think, was she on the Saturday or was she on the Friday? I can't remember.
She was on the Friday, I think.
She was on the Friday, yeah. And she just basically said, you know, plant your flag. If you know you want to create something and you know you want to get to where you are, like, plant your flag and just go for it. And she was in her 40s, I think she said, when she started this business, same as me. Uh,
Amazing.
and she's running an extremely successful business now, and she supports her family, and her husband is alongside her in that. So it's just knowing that you don't have to come into this with any skills or knowledge. All you have to do is believe in yourself and trust the process of the package and the done for you business model that we have. And it's something even just as simple as that is reiterated and shared to all of us that are even in the business, but also for those that were at the event who are not in the business yet, because we had a few of them there as well. And it's really nice for them to hear how simple this actually is to get it off the ground. And that's a huge takeaway, I think, for a lot of people who have that fear, like I did, of coming in and not knowing or believing that you can actually do it. When you listen to these speakers that have been in the business for years and they're leaders in the community, and it really is a very simple process as long as you're willing to show up and do the work. And that's where the hard part comes in, because that's where not everybody's willing to do.
Yeah, definitely. And like off the back of that as well, as in when like that comment of you probably don't come across people like this, is it's almost like they're already ostracizing themselves from society because no one's really shown any compassion towards that or shown you that you can do better and be better. And that's the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship, that it doesn't matter who you are, what background you have, what experience you have, what's happening in your life, where you want to be, who you are. Anyone can make this work for themselves if they truly want it and they want to show up for themselves. That's what I love about this opportunity. It is for everyone, but it isn't for everyone,
Yeah.
because because anyone can do this, but it doesn't always align with everyone, and that's okay. And sometimes I get it, like, people want to have more elevated conversations, right? More heightened conversations, cutting out the bullshit and the small talk and the shitty gossip and drama from life and the toxicity and all of that stuff. Um, and they come into a conversation with us or within the community, or I'll jump on a call with them, and they're like, I've never actually spoken to someone that is openly talking about these things or wants to speak on a high level of it. It's like, yeah, we have deeper connections, we have deeper communications, we are excited and enthusiastic because
Yeah.
we've fucking changed our lives. We're helping change other people's lives, and what we have here is gold. We want people to experience this. It's not too good to be true. You have to put the work in, yes, but if you want it, it's all there and available for you. And I think that's a major thing as well when you go to these events, is that you realize how normal people are. Like, people that you might have put on a
Yeah.
pedestal and thought, oh my God, 5, 6, 7 figures, but they're actually just completely normal people
Yeah.
that you can just chat to, and they've all had their experiences in life, you know. We had so many speakers. Gosh, let's chat about a few of the speakers and what went down over those couple of days. Like, we're not going to be able to go through every 20 speaker that
Yeah.
was at the
No,
event, but guys,
definitely not.
keep a track on our socials. We will be sharing more gold of these speakers over the coming days, weeks. But yeah, what was your favorite highlight? Tell us a bit about
Do
who
you
you
know,
saw.
it's really difficult to compact this down, because there was so much value. Um, I mean, obviously you've mentioned Lisa's speech, which was, as always, gets a room full of tears, because it's
Oh
such an
God.
emotional, impactful speech of her journey and growth and where she is now.
And I was so proud of her as well. Like, I was standing at the back holding my heart because I just wanted to cry with how proud I was of her.
Yeah,
Sharing a story like that, vulnerability in front of over 200 people, but
yeah,
having so much power behind it because the message is so strong, that it just takes a lot.
yeah. It was, yeah. I think my notes on Lisa's speech was incredible. I hadn't, no, I couldn't even put words to the impact of that was. Other than that, Leanna, obviously, we've heard Leanna speak before events, and she just speaks purely from the heart. And her business is to lead from the heart and to help other people. That's all this business is really. And again, it reiterates that there's, as much as we are distributors for Enagic, we're not hard salespeople, we're not salespersons, we're not that icky salesperson. Like, we're not here for that. And I think Leanna just reiterates that beautifully, where she's developed and grown a team of incredible European girls who are very much aligned with her mission and the mission and statement of the business. And that just duplicates. And they're all here for the sustainability of the planet. And just the way she delivers her speech is just, to me, is just, I could sit and listen to her all day, because she delivers it so well, and she captures an audience as well, which is so nice. And then there was Jennifer Carvella when she spoke about following your golden thread.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think she spoke to everyone's soul in that room.
Yeah, yeah, she really did. And it's just like, everybody needs to find that golden thread. What we
Yeah.
have here is the golden thread for so many, and it's sharing the value of allowing people to see its true transparency of what we have here, to understand it.
I think
Um,
what Jennifer done for me in her speech is helped me to disconnect from this kind of reality that we're all led to believe and drive in, that kind of rat race of just kind of doing
yeah,
everything and not actually being in your human experience. Whereas the following the golden thread, that really just means follow where your heart is leading you.
yeah,
Find that passion. What is it? What are you connected to? What are you in alignment to? And follow that. When you
yeah,
start to follow that, everything else starts to fall into alignment. And it certainly did for me when I found this. I had
yeah,
no clue what was going to happen, but I found this and everything just started to fall into place. And now I wouldn't be anywhere else. And I'm so pleased. The last 2 years have been phenomenal, and the next few are going to be even better.
yeah.
But following that golden thread, that was a wonderful concept.
Yeah, it was magic. And I love the way that she said it's the gateway. It will open up your gateway to serendipity. And if those of you don't know what serendipity is, then, go watch the movie, because it's great. And it's, yeah, I mean, that was that. They're probably my biggest. There's lots more, but they were probably my biggest impactful speeches. And obviously Harriet was huge. Sadly, you missed that one because it was on the Friday, but that's when Harriet shared her business journey, her growth. She now has a team of 12 people after 6 years. She's earning 60K plus a month now. And all these processes that she had to learn and implement herself and try and test and change and all this kind of stuff she shares with us now. And it was amazing to hear what she's now doing and how we can all implement that into our business. So yeah, they were definitely my some of my key takeaways. What about you?
Nice. Well, yeah, Harriet's a prime example for someone that is not afraid to trial and error
Yeah,
everything. She knew what she wanted from the beginning of this business. This business offers automation. You just got to implement it, and that's what she did. She's trialed and errored with it, and now she works maximum 5 hours a week.
yeah,
60K a
amazing.
month, maximum 5 hours a week. She's often just on her sofa, clicking through on her Kindle, reading her book, watching
Yeah,
movies or whatever. So phenomenal people, and yeah, you just get so much value from it. I really loved Hester. So it's the first time. So Hester is one of
yeah,
Liana's community girls, and it was her first time on stage. So I was really excited for her as well. And she really is a ray of sunshine. She really has just got such a lovely energy. And she spoke about some kind of like health issues that she's experienced, but since being within this opportunity and really taking care of her own wellness, how that has completely turned around. And she gave us some lovely little tips and things to do to keep yourself in a higher vibe, in a really good energy, and also looking after yourself, taking care of yourself. And she used like a traffic light system for what serves you in life, right? Because a lot of what we get to do when we come into entrepreneurship is really take note and reflect on how where our energy is being spent and how that makes us feel. So this traffic light system, we start to remove things that no longer serve us. So if you've got any kind of poor habits or toxic circles or whatever, or environments that you just don't feel good in, it's about connecting back to yourself and feeling what actually feels right for you. And her traffic light system was like, red is alarm bells. If it feels like it's a gut feeling, it's a no go, get out of there.
Yeah.
Amber is like, okay, we've got to work on this. I kind of recognize it, but it's not something I can change instantly. And green is, go ahead. This feels so aligned. It's a fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So she was lovely. She was lovely to watch, and I always enjoy Jose speaking because he speaks. Obviously, I enjoy the kind of the energetic side of the body, and so he speaks a lot about um, well, kind of like nutritional science and biodiversity and how our body releases toxins naturally, but also our environments are so important to that. And, all of these kind of EMF um, frequencies and other frequencies from all kinds of other things, how they actually affect us, but you cannot see it. It's always on an energy level. Can't see it, but you can often feel it because remember,
Yeah.
I know I sometimes feel it when I'm at home. I'm in my office and I've been working all day. I've got screens going, and we're doing whatever. And then I take myself out of the room, take myself into nature, and it's just like grounded again. And you
Yeah.
can really feel that difference. So yeah, he's always nice to listen to also.
Yeah. I did miss some of Jose's speech actually, but I remember he picked up on the three main causes of sickness, and it was nutritional deficiencies, excess toxins, and electromagnetic chaos. And it's so
Exactly.
true. It's so true. Like we are very, very lucky. Also, as well, like we're super lucky to have an event of that size and impact for a few £100. You know, and again, I
Oh
want
my
to,
gosh, yeah.
reiterate what value we have in this business, not just to offline events, not just to online events, but as a whole package. Like we get so much training and support from so many people, 6, 7, 8 figure earners, giving us all this support. They've built these systems for us that we now implement into our business. They continually help us to build and grow. But what we get would cost thousands, like literally thousands by
Maybe
anybody
even
else.
tens of thousands.
Yeah, even just for the coaching that we get and the
Yeah.
mentorship that we get, we get this all for free and we give it to free for our team members that come in. So we are all about sharing because we want to help. But yes, everybody is in this to make some money, right? In the business, everybody is here for financial gain, but also the ultimate reason why we're all here is to help improve other people's lives. And we know that we've got this vehicle that can help you do that. And we will share everything. But that event we had was like less than £300
Yeah.
for a 3-day event, which was so full of business value and knowledge. And you think if you went to somebody like Eric Worre event, for example, you wouldn't get 3 days for £300, that's for sure.
No,
And
you
it's
wouldn't.
on the same level as all this. We have people within our global community that are actually in Eric Worre's talks and his events that he puts on, so
His inner circle.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And we now have that in our community and global
Yeah.
community, but we give it for free. So, or very little cost. There's oh God, there's a huge
And
comparison.
not to mention, it's all a tax write-off when you have a business, guys. Like, let's
Exactly.
not forget this. Like, I think
Yeah.
I was asked the other week, well, do you have to pay to go to these events? Like, it's completely optional. I would never miss them. I don't think I've ever missed an event. Any
No.
event that I can go to, I will go to. And I would pay whatever it costs because I'm telling you, the value and the experiences and the life-changing like barriers that you break down from these events and the connections that you make, you're not going to find anywhere else. So
Mhm.
yes, they are worth double, triple, quadruple what they actually charge. And also, it's a wonderful tax write-off, guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Your
exactly.
business is pretty much all a tax write-off. It's great.
And what's great as well with that is because we work with high ticket, we get high commission, which means we have high earnings. So the more tax write-off you have, the more money you'll keep for yourself.
That's
So
it. And I mean, one sale can probably pay for that trip 2 or 3 times over.
at least, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, which is incredible when you put it like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we are extremely lucky with what we have. And you know, if any of you guys are listening and you've been following us for a while and you're kind of like intrigued but still sat on the fence and you don't know what to do and you kind of want to dip that toe in the water, just dive in. Just like pop us a message, either comment on here or jump in our DMs, whatever way you want to get in touch with us. We will share. We have a 50-minute webinar that we've put together, and we will happily make some time to discuss things on a call with you so you can fully understand this business and have complete transparency. And then for you guys to be at the next lot of events with us. And the next event we have is Japan, which is going to be absolutely massive. So,
Well, we've got Japan. I do also have a little one this weekend.
oh, you do. So you do. Yeah, I can't make that one actually, but you are going this weekend.
Yeah, it's a shame. We're all meeting in our Milton Keynes office, just for a little get together. I'm excited to see what's going to come of that. That was kind of very a last minute gathering, so that'll be great. And I mean, if anybody's listening to this and would like to come along to the event in Milton Keynes this Saturday, the 17th, please drop me a message. I would happily give you all of the information. Anyone is welcome, whether you're in the business, not in the business, thinking about it, have literally just come across us, but you're intrigued, drop me a message. I'm more than happy to welcome and see you there. So that's great. And then yeah, of course we've got the bigger the main event this year, which is going to be the 50th anniversary in Japan, Okinawa, where this business originates from. There's going to be a stadium full of people from all over the world. It's going to be insane.
It's going to be so exciting. So excited. So we're literally we're still on a high from Maspalomas. And
Yeah,
that
we
will
are.
probably last for the rest of February, if not longer. And then we've got Japan in June. So we will obviously be back with our weekly podcast between now and then. And then we will share all about Japan as well when that time comes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean we could go on and on and on about the Maspalomas event and how amazing it was. If you guys, want to know any more or, as I said, jump on a call. We even got coaching on leadership, like for free.
Hmm.
Like what we had, we cannot reiterate how much value we got for next to nothing. And all because each and every single one of us almost that was at that event clicked on an ad in social media, not knowing anybody, absolutely terrified, some of us. And here we are, like a couple of years
Yeah, we
later,
are.
working online, made the best of friends, the most supportive group of people that you will ever come across that just want everybody to do well and succeed in life. And we have the career path mapped out and we have the legacy income there and we have the pension plan, if you like. We don't call it a pension plan, but it is a pension plan. That's probably the words that make most sense to people listening.
Mm.
And then today I just had a conversation about the pension age possibly being pushed back to 71. I'm like, I am not here to work till I'm 71. Thank you very much.
No, no, neither am I.
So yeah,
So,
what we have here, we can reach the legacy income pensionable state of the business, which is 5 times probably roughly what the pension is now, maybe a little bit more. And we'll be there in a couple of years. So, it's all available to everybody who wants it. So again, if you are stuck in the so-called pension trap, as a lot of people are, whereas, you've worked for a big company, you've paid so much into your pension and you've only got a couple of years left, and then you'll get your money or you'll get a lump sum and then you've got your pension secured for when you hit pensionable age. Guys, have a listen and look at what we have, because it will literally blow your mind what we can have with this business. So we hope that we have given you lots of value in this podcast and realized what we are as a business community, and who obviously you know who me and Meg are as individuals. And we didn't actually share our telling off moment in Gran Canaria
oh
when
gosh.
when we were sat doing our live one night, giving a little bit update of the final day, the finale. And it was late, but not like massively late. It was like 11:30.
I mean, we were going live every day to give people an update, and I don't know how late it was the other nights, but it wasn't that late. But yeah, I think we upset the neighbour towards the end of our live. I mean, luckily we were kind of finishing up anyway,
We
but
were.
it was perfectly filmed, and he was directly in it. So if you've seen our socials, you would have seen it and probably laughed your head off. It's
And
towards the
also
end of
Meg's
one of our lives.
face at the
Oh yeah,
end
I'm
was,
I'm a very expressive person, if
you
you haven't
are.
recognised already. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't be very good at poker, and you know what? I don't want to be. I love my
No,
expressions, and I love
yeah.
just
Just be
sharing,
you.
being emotional and
Yeah.
being expressive, and just because that's what life all about. So, and
Yeah.
actually, I found it hilarious.
It was
So
so funny.
I don't mind.
So funny.
Yeah, it was quite good, but
Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of rounded up our our final day on a high, or a
yeah,
high higher than what we'd left it. So yeah, it was funny. A great week, great event, and so much more to share that we will touch on
yep.
in time in podcasts and on our socials, I'm
And
sure.
on our socials for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps us up.
Yep.
And we shall be with you next week for another episode
We
of the
will.
Bible Line podcast. Anything you need, any questions, you know where to find us. We'll be
Yep.
on socials or our stuff is below. So we'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a great evening, day, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Take care.